screen. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. Jean Peters with me today because we're going to be playing with making a very fun journal. It is currently 63 degrees Fahrenheit, which means it is 17 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to let Jean show you this wonderful little book that she made, and then we'll get started on putting some bits together. I'm going to make you big, Jean.
Okie dokie. So this is the
Hey,
book I
Belinda.
made as a prototype, and I seen it in the magazine and I fell in love with it. And really, start to finish, it only took me about an hour and a half, and that probably included gathering and gluing and all that. But it's the signatures are tied on the spine. The cover's little, so it makes it kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of different. I don't have a closure on here yet. I got a couple ideas, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But this is where the concept come from, and I did tie it in rainbow colors because I just used cotton, pearl cotton on that. So yeah, that's that one. This is what we decided on the size, so that's why I made that one. But I kept telling myself that I wanted it little, so I gotta change the glare on this lamp. It's still I need the extra light when I'm working on stuff. But so anyway, I did it with a little one, and this was just one 6x6 cardstock that I cut all of them in half and then put them in here. And so it's cardstock, so the pages are a little stiffer, and it's got 9 signatures. But I wanted this chunky monkey. I don't usually work in 3 dimensional on the pages too much anyway. So I figured it would still be good, but it's got plenty of room to expand because I think it's just a piece of artwork to set out like that personally. So anyway, that's our plan. We're going to start off with red, which was really a good choice because if we would have started with a different color, I might have quit at red because red was a tough color for me to find. I don't do red much.
I love red. I don't have much either. I had to scramble yesterday and make a whole bunch of bits for it. I did find some red burlap and some red buttons and red ribbon. Welcome, Arlene and Anne and Belinda and Laura. Nice to see you guys here. Let's see, have I missed anybody? Melody, hi. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for coming. As Jean said, we are going to be working on making this interesting journal. Um, I like the idea because I struggle doing covers. I really, really struggle with covers. And I think with this method, it could be so much easier. So, as Jean said, we're doing red. So, I took a bunch of paper and I added paint, and I'm using coffee dyed paper as my alternate as well. I did outline or border everything in watered food coloring water. Um, I edged it all so it's more pink than red, but it's there. So I guess we're just going to be playing with embellishing. I did mention in the discussion description box about 8 pages. We've cut our pages in half, so you can get away with 4 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages, whatever you like. I have, I can't remember, did I say about six? But I'm going to be flipping things around. So, all right.
And I have 5 pages. These all had four because I wasn't sure, it was a prototype. I just put it together to see how it worked and fell in love with it. I think I'll do more of these. But I'm afraid I'll get tired of one color quickly. So I'm sticking with the smaller, smaller amount of pages. But if you're following along and building your book with us, you don't have to do what we do. You don't have to do the rainbow. You can do whatever you want. You can make it a theme. You can do however. We just chose the rainbow because we both like lots of colors.
Lots
So,
of colors.
um,
We could
yeah,
have gone just totally eclectic, you know.
yeah. Well, everything I do is totally eclectic. So
Me too.
this is this is this is more of a challenge for me than y'all know, doing something specific like this. I just kind of go and don't even think about it. So
That would be me.
when we do our pages, we're not sewing it together until the end. So you might want to have some clips or some paper clips or something to keep it
I'm a Leo.
together as we go through the different signatures. I cut all of mine to half sheet of an 8.5 by 11. This was a scrap, so it's a little smaller. That is a good description for me. So,
Yeah.
if you got longer paper, of course, you can fold it over. And what was I going to say? Arlene, you interrupted me and I forgot. All Arlene's fault. So, anyway, you can make them whatever size you want, but the 8.5 by 11 cut in half sheet is really good. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you've got some that are different sizes and height, when we get ready to put them together, we'll just make sure they're all flat on the bottom and you can have all this different hanging out the top, because I think all books should be able to stand up like this and be a piece of art also. That's just my opinion, for whatever that's worth.
I like her opinion on that. So I cut out, like I said, a whack load of pages. I would like to do some flip fold kind of things. I did cut a piece of red painty paper that I had done on cardstock. I don't even know what the heck it was to begin with. It's got some sort of texture and I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be the outside. I'm going to use cardstock on the outside of each signature just to keep it a little bit more solid. Jean, I'm just going to mute me for a second. So
Okay.
it's up to you for a minute.
And all I had in red ink were these three tiny little pads. That's it. I'm just inking my edges on the tea stained paper. And I'm not getting very good coverage with this pad. It's kind of splotchy, but that's okay because I have no idea what I'm going to do. I actually spent more time hunting up red stuff than I've done anything else yet today. I even die cut a few things just because I didn't have any, I didn't have red. And I'll show you this just because it's unbelievable. I've got boxes of painty papers that I've made. This is the only painty paper I have that had any red on it. Isn't that bizarre? I guess, it's not that I dislike red. I just don't know. I just don't really use it.
Sorry about that, folks. My daughter is making banana bread. First, she had to message me for the recipe, and then she had to message me to find out what temperature. I didn't even realize that my recipe didn't have a temperature on it. I'm here now, and I am ready to play too. So, as I was saying, I'm going to use cardstock on the outside of each of my signature just because I don't know why. Because I can. So, I did cut some of my pages a little bit shorter because I thought it would be nice to have a variety in height, size wise. And then, as Jean and I were sitting here talking before we went live, I decided that some of these little pages, what I'd like to do with it is turn them into flips so that if I had this as the page, I would put this over the top glue it down because I goofed when I folded this to begin with. Glue it down so that it will flip up here. When you flip it over this way, it opens up and opens up. Does that make sense? So some of my pages, like my tea dyed or coffee dyed pages, are done on the 11 by 14, no, 8 by the 14-inch long legal size pages. So I cut it down so that I could have, this is going to be a big pocket. I am going to glue it down. I did edge, as I said, with this water. So it does have a little bit of a, you can't really see it, watermarked edge. I did put a piece of paper where the top of my pocket is going to go for stability because you know when you're putting things in and out, you run into ripped edges. It'll also give a little bit more stability if I want to do a thumb hole thing, loop. What are they called? Those when you notch it, a notch. You know, those little
Yeah,
round.
there you go.
You know, somebody will know what I'm talking about.
I was say, keep talking. Somebody will get it.
Yeah. So as I say, this page when I first folded it, I folded it wrong. So I've got a little bit of a ledge here. I'm going to glue that down and make a flip. So do you guys have any exciting plans for the weekend? Anyone?
I'm cleaning.
Ugh. So I'm very sorry for you.
Well, I mean, I'm organizing. Should be a better way. I just got all my Defy boxes out, and I want to get started on next quarter.
Aha. I'm going to the mud bog tomorrow. It's where they do a big mud pit and the ATVs go in and try and get out. So we're just going as spectators, but it's going to be fun. Okay.
Cool.
So as I said, now I have this one that will flip up here like that. When you open the page, this one flips up and up. See, I got rid of one of the extra pages that I cut, Jean.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do that with another one. Let's use this one. What'll I put you on? Let's put you on this page. Same old stuff. Going to cats. Oh, reading to cats. And you're continuing cleaning. I'm looking forward to going out and watching people get stuck and all muddy and everything. I'm just trimming this down a little bit because when you've got it right against your fold, sometimes it binds that little bit. And I probably should have used a straight edge to do that, but it's okay. Oh, it's definitely not straight. You know what? I think the cats will just enjoy being read to and having a human in contact with them. And is she doing that at a shelter or something, Malia? So again, like I said, I'm just going to fold this one up just a smidge, just so I've got something to glue down. Wow, that is not straight by any means. Oh, don't do like I do. Do it.
Straight is overrated.
Oh my god. Look. Yeah, but that's like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I just don't know. There we go. That's better. Yeah, one of the programs that I worked for, they would go and cuddle cats. They would go into the shelters and cuddle the cats there. So I thought that was really kind of sweet of them to do. So if this one's on this side, I'm going to do this one on this side. So yeah, I was a little concerned. I didn't really have lots in the way of red stuff either. So I did do that red washi, full washi paper on a piece of tracing paper that I'm going to use. I'm going to chop it up and put it on each corner, I think. I think. And then I did some red lined paper. And I took my wooden block stamps that Ron had done for me, and I stamped them on book page and then doodled them. Cuddle cat, brave people, yeah.
I did make me some red paper this morning with a jar of ink, and I just used the dropper to doodle on a piece of tissue paper. So I can add bits of that in wherever I feel it needs to be.
We're going to just see what happens here. I'm just going to be adding stuff randomly just to give it splashes of color. I want to add some pockets. I want to add some tuck spots. You know,
And I
way better
probably
than kids.
I will probably have more collagey kind of stuff on it because that's just kind of what I like.
Yeah,
So
I'm just going to do one page at a time kind of thing and just add a whole bunch of stuff and see what happens. 23 kittens. Oh, wow. That's all sad though, too, right? Like, are they from feral moms or people who have gotten rid of their cats because they had litters? I like that stuff. That really kind of turned out bizarre. Kind of like blood spatter. Since you were talking about chopping off heads last time we were together.
yeah. Well, when I was done, that's what I thought. I was going to just tell everybody. I just decided to cut myself and make a piece of paper.
Yeah, recycling center. My girlfriend takes in stray cats and she spays and neuters every single one of them. She's got about 14 cats on her yard. She leaves her garage open for them. Her husband's allergic to cats, so they don't really come in the house. That is very sad when people do that. So we're going to be doing this for the next couple of Fridays, and then after that, we're going to be switching between my channel and Jean's channel. So if you're going to be playing along with us, um, we will put a schedule out for it. Right, Jean? Is that what we decided?
Yes, as soon as we can figure out my schedule, which changes way more frequently than I'd like to care.
I really like the way that paper is ripping and making little statements. Does that make sense? Statements? Is that the word I'm looking for? Also, if you're putting it on the edges, it's going to give your edges that little bit of stability too. '40 cats. Wow, that's crazy. I had a friend that lived in Montreal, Canada, and he said that when him and his partner moved into the apartment, they inherited a cat. And it seems that in Montreal, people move and leave their cats behind so that when you get an apartment, you get a cat. And he already had a cat, so then he ended up with two cats. Uh,
That's how it starts.
yeah, he said that that was just really bizarre to him that people could actually do that to a pet. And, you know, but I mean, what happens if nobody gets the apartment right away? If there's a turn around, like sometimes they don't get rented right away, right? So it's nuts, just nuts. So I'm hoping that this little journal that we're making, Jean, is going to be complete by the time it's done. You know what I mean? That
I hope so. I'm not going to hold my breath or nothing, but
I know I'm kind of the same way.
should have cut some other colors, not just red.
Oh, I should go over in the brown. Yeah. Hmm. No, not with that one. With this one. Nope. Gotta tear it. Gotta tear it. Hey, Stacy. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about cats, and because Malia's kids are going to read to cats this weekend, and I think it's a lovely idea.
I'm done.
What?
I just don't know what to do. I mean, I'm just flat drawing a blank. It's too much of one color.
Well, then add black or something.
Well, that's what I'm getting ready to do something. Do something.
What? What about daughter-in-laws? I'm missing chat here. Yeah, that's true. You don't take it personally. I'm allergic to cats too. Yeah, 40 cats. Yeah, I think my kids did that too, and we've had this conversation. My kids got cats so that I have to have all the Thanksgivings and things here. My next door neighbor um, has cats, and he has when we built our new greenhouse gazebo, she shed, whatever you want to call it. Um, he took our old one, and over the winter he put a heater in there and heated water dishes and bedding and fed them over the winter, the feral cats in the area. And to this day, they go trooping over there in the morning for their breakfast. And it's like, come on, these cats have to get these rabbits and squirrels that are destroying our gardens. Stop feeding the cats. But, you know, he's got such a kind heart to do that. Yeah, my kids grew up with dogs. They couldn't have cats, so I think that's probably part of the reason that they are cat people now. Well, my older daughter has dogs, two dogs and a cat. My younger daughter just has two cats. So this is going to be my flow throughout the book. Is going to be this torn up faux washi paper stuff. I'm going to have a little bit on each page. Yeah, Laura, I can't ignore the cat allergy anymore because of my asthma. Unfortunately, oh,
Linda, it's your book. You can do whatever you want. I think we're just doing each signature is whatever color it is. So um, I'm sure my other colors won't have all red pages like this. I don't know what I'm going to do until I get there, you know? So it's kind of whatever you want it to be.
yeah, definitely.
I think the outside, I mean, if you look at this one here, I didn't get them all, but they're all different. And I think that's what makes it cool. So if they were, you know, each outside was more of the color, I think that would be good.
Yeah, no, I don't ignore my asthma, but it doesn't ignore me. Oh, maybe I should have used some of that ribbon and stuff on here as well. Well, this gives it a good base, right? Nice base. That could just be the start of clusters, right? Putting this stuff down? Really?
Well, there's my first page.
Nice. I like it.
And this is the basically the cover of the signature. And I don't want to work on this color anymore, so we're going to go to another one.
Okay. I'm going to behave. I'm going to try and get this whole red thing ready to rock. You also have to kind of consider what you want to use the journal for. If you want lots of writing space in it, I like to have a fair bit of writing space. So I'm going to be doing text if I don't have lots of writing space. And then I'll put in some of these little lined red edged pages that I did.
I probably won't use it. That's my thing. I don't. I make them and never use them.
Oh, I'm like that too. I can't say that there's a couple that I use. Um, but I mean things like that tag book that I did and my rude book, those aren't for writing in. Those are just for playing, like flipping through. And then you think your kids aren't going to want all this stuff. That's, I mean, my kids don't want all this stuff.
Well, I'm going to make mine each pick out a journal, and then after that, I think I'll start selling them.
I have had no luck selling mine because of the shipping. I had
Yeah.
one journal, it was a purple journal, and because the shipping was as much as I was asking for the journal, and you have to remember, when I'm asking $40 for a journal, that's Canadian, that's not US, right? So, anyway, she couldn't afford the shipping, so she changed her mind about it. And I totally get that, but I can't get what I need for them. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think my journals are a steal at $40 with all the handmade stuff I put in them. Oh, brand new cat out. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, allergies can pop up at any time. My next door neighbor had been eating strawberries, and then all of a sudden she found out that, lo and behold, she's allergic to strawberries. She broke out in a really funky rash, and her doctor said allergies can happen at any time.
Even something you've never been allergic to, then boom, you can be allergic to it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so that one's got, that one's got, that one's got. Open, that one's got, that one's got, that one's got. These three do not. All right.
Do you ever have those dreams that feel so real you can't forget about them all day long?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had one last night.
Oh, that's not fun.
Nope.
The ones I hate are the ones you feel. You know how, well, maybe not, but I had a dream that somebody put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger, and it woke me up. The pain in my head was absolutely so intense, and I had no idea where the heck that came from.
Wow.
I've had a few like that. Yes, yes, definitely, Laura. Definitely. Wake up being pissed off at the person in your dreams and it hangs on. Yep, I have.
Oh, yeah, I have. There's many times where I tell Gary, in fact, it's a standing joke now. All I have to say is, honey, you owe me flowers. He knows he screwed up.
Okay. Wet glue, wet glue, wet glue. Hey, Anne, how's your journal coming? Have you started it? Oops. Okay. This has, this has. This has, this has. That needs a trim. Oh, I wanted to sculpt some of the pages too, so they weren't perfectly flat. That's two done. Really? You were a man in your dream? Wow.
I've never had a dream like that, but I've dreamt I was pretty damn sexy.
Well, you are.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, I want to have some scalloped edge. I did everything so close to the edges, I don't know what I want to do now. I don't know.
yeah. Of everything I've tried putting in this pocket, the playing card is the one thing that I like the most. I think that's what it's going to go there.
I'm having fun doing these flippy ups and oh, this one I think will be a flippy out. Okay, no scalloped edges. Oh yeah, that too. Definitely, Maria.
You're pretty close to the storyline, Malia. My latest dream. Except they're always so damn young.
Yeah.
I don't tell Gary those. I just tell him the ones that he's cheated on.
Well, I've just cut down my pages almost in half because I'm using these short ones that I did all as flips.
Yes, I am. Call me a cougar.
I don't know what's wrong with our brains. I really
I'm,
do.
I'm sure somebody would find, some kind of dream, what they mean and all, but I don't really care because my mama told me if you tell your dreams before breakfast, they could come true. So I always eat my breakfast before I tell anybody about a dream.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, that's what she said. I'm sure it was just one of those, you know, those wife tale things, those things that mothers just say.
Yeah, yeah.
She also used to tell us if we ate in the bathroom, it was devil's food.
Oh, who wants to eat in the bathroom though?
When there's a ton of kids, you have to eat where you can.
I guess so.
I mean, there wasn't a ton of us, but there was, yeah, sometimes it was necessity to eat. When you're getting ready for school and you're trying to get everything done, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And there was two girls in one bathroom. Oh, okay. The red's getting easier.
Oh, good.
No, I've never heard that one. I like that one. Child chatter before coffee.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good point. Very, very good points.
My family already knows. I like to tell my dad my dreams because then he says, "You're just like your mother." So I have another page done, and I
Yay!
put this on the back for a journaling card, and I'm going to draw some lines on it
Awesome.
in case I ever journal or whoever ends up with this book.
So I cut all those pages short because I wanted some interesting levels, and I'm using them all as the tucks or flips. So it's still going to be interesting. I just not going to have quite as many pages to sew in. I might end up having to do another page. We'll see. We will see. Those have flip it. These need. Ooh, I'm running out of the thread. Smaller pieces. Smaller pieces I need. My younger daughter was an absolute bear in the mornings. Like, you did not even look at that child in the mornings. And now she's become a morning person. It's really kind of hilarious. But her husband just got her uh, a mug, and it says, F off. Oh, I mean, good morning. And she says, it's a little late, but. And I just kind of thought, yeah,
My favorite coffee mug says, "Reality called, I hung up."
I like that. Oh no, Malia. Sure hope it's not the neighbor that's bugging you your garden. I don't know if I could handle a neighbor like that. Chanting causes crazy dreams? Huh.
I have flying dreams too, but I kind of I don't have a hat like the flying nun, but I just start running and put my arms out and I can fly. I've had
Awesome.
that one numerous times.
I don't ever remember having dreams that I fly.
I'm really good at it.
Cool. I think I had the WTF when you posted about it on your page. Do a straight edge. Okay. I usually have headphones and an audiobook going, so I don't remember my dreams.
That's not going to work. I need the sewing machine for this idea. So
Oh, well, that's good, Arlene. Well, maybe, I guess.
Malia, did you get a recall on Flonase? I got one from the pharmacy. I was kind of surprised. I don't know if it was just because maybe my batch number was that or if it was just a generic. I was almost done, so I threw it out anyway. So oh, it could be.
All right. A couple more. Oh, I got lots more to do. Maybe this wasn't such a good plan. I liked it at the time, and I'm liking the way it looks. And I have to admit, I am having fun with the flips. All these flippy floppy things. Okay, so this is a pocket. I'm going to glue this pocket together. And just going to put a little bit down the center. Just so that it will hold as well. Smushing out the sides.
I bought me new bottles for my wet glue because they were a little bit bigger and thinking I wouldn't have to refill it all the time. And I swear these tips are narrower than anything else I've ever used.
Yeah?
I have to squeeze with all my might just to get them to come out.
Oh, that's never fun. Oh no, that's scary, Arlene. Yeah, Belinda, those ones I get to, or I should say I used to, because seriously, since I've been doing the audiobook thing, I really don't remember my dreams. Oh, I should have done a whole bunch of Canadian flags. They're red. Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you're right. Definitely. Is
Ooh,
that
that
why they
sounds
would be called?
interesting, Arlene.
I wonder how that would work, how well that would work. Because to me, if I was squeezing a trigger on something, there would be a whole whackload of that something coming out. If you know what I mean. No, we don't speak Ukrainian or any Slavic languages, or I don't. But welcome to my channel. We are doing a really interesting journal. Jean found a fun way to bind them. So we decided that we would do rainbow journals and use the binding that she found. I don't know, Angela. So I'm going to put something fun on these pockets. And as I say, I'm still going to be doing tucks and things for these. Just a few more to go, which is good because I'm just about out of this print. So the food coloring didn't leave its red a pinky mark as I would have liked. So probably before I bind this or do too much more, I will do, or maybe once it's all done, I'll go around it with some red paint. Do a wash of red paint around it. Yes, please speak English on my channel. How are you doing, Jean?
I am going to sew this on by hand.
Ooh,
And so I'm pre-poking holes.
nice.
Um, it's just my own little necessity things. This is a felt, to needle felt pad.
Okay.
I have a bigger one that sets where I do this at, but this is like my portable one.
Okay.
And then an awl isn't really sharp enough to poke the paper and keep it a small size hole. So
Right.
this is from my jewelry making days. This is a pin vise,
Ooh, nice.
a tiny hand drill, and
Yeah,
that's just a needle I stuck in there to poke my holes.
that's nice. We are doing, Jean, can you just show? Oh, you're in the middle of something
Hang on
finicky.
just a minute. Let me do two more
We're
punches.
going to be doing these journals, rainbow journals. So we're starting with red, and Jean found this really, really sweet way of putting them together. So we figured that we would share it with you guys and hope that you guys play along.
This is my size that we're doing today with the rainbow colors. And then this is because I just decided it had to have a small one. I don't know if I'll ever work in it, but it was so much fun to make. And there's so much room for stuff because I like it being open. I don't know. Not all journals do I like that, but this style. Maybe it's just because the picture I found in a magazine that inspired it was open like that. Maybe that's why I think it needs to be that way.
Did you show her the spine?
Huh?
Did you show her the spine? How it was
Uh-huh.
going? Okay. Yeah. It's a fun spine.
It is. It's easy.
So that's what it's like. Yes, we got to do this. We have to play this journal game. So we had said to grab as much red paper as you have. Well, I don't have really much red paper. I've got a bit of cardstock. So I spent the day yesterday making some red bits to put in my journal. I've got all kinds of fun things to add. But the papers themselves, as I say, I am going to. Well, what did I do here? Oh, I see. It goes this way. Um, I'll edge them all with red, and maybe I'll do some more red stamps around the edges, or we'll see. I'm going to add a whole bunch of red stuff first, and then I'll decide how I want it for writing. I guess I could have done some red page tabs too. Didn't even think of that.
That's what I'm using the fabric for. I've done little tabs with the fabric.
Oh, okay.
Just I just happened to look down at the box of strips of fabric I had there, and these red ones popped out. So I thought, oh, well, I guess I must be going to need to use those.
I could do that with this ribbon. I got this
Thanks
heart
for
ribbon.
stopping, Arlene.
Thanks for popping in, Arlene. Nice to see you. Please share everybody's YouTube channels. I've got Jeans in the description box, but
Where are you at on your numbers, Kim?
216, 217, something like
Oh,
that. I'm doing fantastic. I'm thrilled. Getting close to that 250 where we're going to do the draw for the little chest of drawer thing. That's exciting. Well, I think it's exciting. So this paper that I'm using right now is just stuff I did on tracing paper. I make faux washi tape kind of stuff and usually just cut it in strips and use it like washi tape. Yes, she looks absolutely stunning in that profile picture. Okay. How many pages do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm back to 8 pages, Jean.
Well, I added one more to mine too, so because I forgot I had this little bitty file folder that I die cut,
Okay.
and I thought it should be in there as some little pockets kind of thing.
And those of you that don't know, Malia has this group on Facebook for selling your leftover supplies and things. It's an absolutely awesome group where you can get supplies for a reasonable price. You still do have to pay shipping, etc. But it's a great way of cleaning out your stock of things that you know darn well that you are not going to use. All right. There. So each of my pages now has some of that faux washi whatever on it. Now what am I going to add? Let's add. Do, 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 do. I've got. I think I've got enough. I did a whole bunch of stamping and doodling on book page. Is that clear?
That's
Mine
cool.
screen. Looks good on StreamYard. Doesn't look so great on YouTube. I've got all these bits that I can add. This is just going to be a card. Stamp things. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I've got a bunch of red inchies. I can add one of my cat tabs to the journal. Let's pull out my bits. Let's pull out the box of bits. I didn't even think about going through the box of bits.
I figured you'd already went through all those.
I didn't. I have a red cat tab right there. No, I didn't go through my bits at all. I got a chicken. Oh, and I've got a whole strip of these these doodled flowery thingy jobs. Well, pink mushrooms. Got a red mushroom. I have a red mushroom. You can see they're all the same. Must have been from same painty papers. There's another red mushroom. Thingy jobs. Yeah. I have lots of thingy jobs. Ooh, what about frames? Bet you I've got some red frames. I have to go through that better. Nope, that's not red. That's red. What about this? Do I have red? I have a red fuzzy dot. Oh, this is going to be such an eclectic thing. I have some red tickets. Surprise! I got a lot of red stuff.
Yeah, it is a little hard on the finger. It's not so much hard on the fingers as it's boring as all get out. Because the holes are already punched, so it's not so bad to go in there in the holes. For the most part, it goes right through, but occasionally it's stubborn. Then I tried to do a fancier stitch on the bottom and it didn't work, so I'm having to kind of redo that. So you live and learn.
Yeah,
It's all good. That's how the next one will work better, is because you learned on this one.
true. Like my mom always used to say, or my grandpa used to say, they'll never learn younger. Look at all this red stuff I've got, guys. Well, we're just going to fill this up with Kim bits. I didn't need to make all those other things. Ha! There. I suppose I could go through and get more. Oh, what? These envelopes? They're 6x9, and I got them from Amazon. And you look for big window envelopes. That would be a good idea. See, I don't have CD envelopes. And some of my stuff is just far too big. Did I say that out loud? You're welcome. I think they are 50 for about 35, 30, $38, something like that. They're not cheap, but they do what I need them to. Although I'm thinking now that I really need to put tabs on them so that I don't have to flip through them all the time. Doesn't look like I have any red frames. Oh, one red frame, maybe two. Oh, way back here. Come out, come out. There's a red frame. Frames really get tangled up so bad. But I've got lots for all the other colors we're doing, Jean. Yeah. Yeah, these are pretty expensive. But I saw them and it's like, yeah. And then I filled my first 50 up without any problem. So I ordered another set, another box. Uh oh. Really? Only one red frame? Well, you know what I'm going to have to do, don't you?
Yeah, I've decided just because I didn't find um, a lot of red stuff doesn't mean I'm going to start making it either.
Yeah, well, I've decided now that a frame on the page is kind of cool. We'll see. We will see. I've got so much stuff. I don't know how I got these in here in the first place, but we're going to just shove them back in. And of course, I don't have all the colors facing one way, so I will be doing this again next time I want envelopes. Oh, that's a red. I don't know if you're red or purple. I could get by with. Nope. Sure, you could use whatever color red you like. So I could have used that one. Got lots of broken frames. That's okay, because once you put them down, you could cover up the broken part with something else.
I had intended to use more shades of red, but then the reds that I did have didn't really go with some of the other colors I had. So
Okay, so let's start by putting. I've only got two of these, so I'm just going to put them randomly down. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this stuff and put it in randomly and have a look and keep adding. I've got all these little. I'm just going to rip those.
I wasn't sure I was ever going to finish that stitched pocket.
All right,
What a
let's start with
what a
this.
crazy idea that was. I'm an instant gratification type of crafter.
Yeah, me too. I either go really, really takes me so long to do something, or it's like, okay, I want it done yesterday. There's no happy in between for me.
Now I wish I had some stickers.
I don't have much in the way of stickers. Yeah, burgundy would be just fine to use.
I like that, but it sure clashes. So
You know, I probably should put one of these down first and then stuff on top because that would have looked cute right there. Mind you, if I put it on top of that, that works too. What do you think? Over the frame?
that's a good idea, Belinda. And you not know how many tiny little pieces of plastic canvas I do have. went to a garage sale, and it was everything for a bag, or everything you could get in a bag for $1. And when the lady found out I do Defy, she said, "Take whatever you want." And so I took a lot of plastic canvas, and I don't really have anything to do with it, so that might be a good idea.
Some of this stuff I'm going to outline with black marker. Should have done that frame maybe. You can always come back and doodle them. Because we're not stitching them together, you can always come back and add a little bit of a doodle, a little bit of whatever. Well, let's glue them. Side that goes down, Kim. I know Jean's not going to come back to it because when she's done with that red, she's done.
Yeah. Oh, I might doodle on them. Maybe.
Now, I've ripped these. Should I outline them in black or not? I don't know how well you can see those.
Yeah, I might have to look for a piece of cheesecloth right there with the red button underneath, over it, on top of it.
I dipped this
That's
in.
what I'm going to make myself a note because I don't have cheesecloth right handy.
I do.
Well, can you hand me some?
Okay. And it's even like I put red on it, but it looks pink.
This is something I do a lot. Is if I have an idea for something I want to do, but I want to go on with what else I'm doing, I'll make myself a little note to come back and do that.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
But now I have to do this side because I've got to cover up that stitching and all the little pieces of tape. Oh, what do I want to put on there? Oh, I know. I know.
UPS guy bringing boxes to your door. You're lucky. Little piece of cheesecloth. One of those things. And then I can put something like a sequin or something really fun at the bottom there. Not every page has to have something on it. It's up to you. Got these tickets that I did. It's got a piece of red lace on it. Oh, you know, if I put it at this corner, we could use it as a little tuck spot even. I don't know. We'll leave those for a minute. I even did some little, you get bored and you want to do something, but you don't know what you want to do. That's when I doodle on my pieces of paper that can't believe I've only got one red chicken. I think it's going to have to go in here so that he's like a little surprise. Mushroom, chicken. It's more orangey than red, but that's okay. Something like that would probably be better as a pocket or a tuck. I think I'm going to glue this onto a couple of book pages to stiffen it. Oh, look, I've got scrap paper here. I'll do that first. Use this scrap paper. It's got. I changed from my printed recipes. I put them all into the computer, so I've got. But of course, being the computer ink, it runs. So, and it shows through the page. So it's only really good for backing, etc. No, no, Belinda. We are just, like I say, we're doing rainbow journals. So this signature, we are doing red. The next signature will be purple. Nope. It will be orange, and then yellow, and then green, then blue. You could
Can
do
you
whatever
see
colors
my
you
little needle book?
You got a nice little needle book?
Yeah, I made it out of a book.
Oh, that's cute.
I actually did a video on it.
So I like the idea of that ribbon for page tabs. Okay, see, I'm trying to cut straight. Didn't do a very good job of it to begin with. I got kind of flat sides on this poor oval. Oh, I don't know if any of you noticed, but I posted on my personal page on Facebook. Up at our interlake, which is between Lake Manitoba, Lake Winnipeg area, there's a big group of artists that usually sell their stuff at the Gimli Gallery. There's a Gimli Art studio. It's a great area for artists. And what they do twice a year is called the Wave Tour. So a whole bunch of artists open up their studio so you can go from one artist to the next, to the next, to the next. And they're not all in one town. So you're going to be driving gravel or, you know, it's a lovely way to spend a couple of days going from artist studio to artist studio. So I'm hoping that when I'm there, the artists will let me do a quick live, like a short, just do like a you know, that I'd be able to share. Although I have found that some of those artists are professional artists, I'd say. So they don't really like it when people are they don't really like cameras in their studios, which I don't blame them. It's their work, right? But I'm hoping that, and some of them can be downright snarky about their works, which I also understand. But with luck, they will let me take a quick little video showing where I am and what I'm looking at. Christmas? Christmas? Oh, yeah, boxes, yes. You certainly can, Belinda. Yeah, for sure. It's your journal. Put in it what you like. Just because we're doing this doesn't mean that you have to do it this way. I put this this mushroom on here, there needs to be something along with it, I think. Don't know. Don't know. Let's just stick this mushroom down and
I'll be right back. One more thing I need to grab.
all right. I'm going to edge this one in black. So I'm edging some stuff in black and some stuff I am not. So some stuff will be kind of flowy. It's just going to be random. I need organizational stuff. I really do. So I played with making mandala kind of things. I don't know if I want that as a tuck. Do I want to use this as a tuck or just as something stuck down? Anyone? Do I do this as a tuck? Or do I just stick it down? Yeah. Tuck. Okay. Scrap paper. Glue it down. This is really thick copy paper. Costco used to have such wonderful copy paper. It was almost like a cardstock, so thick and heavy.
That shows you how often I use these inking things. It's falling apart as I'm using it.
Oh, what you inking? Oh, you're doing a stencil.
Yeah, just a little bit. You
Nice.
know, that stark white page is just too much.
I know. I know. I'm thinking I might just take this stuff and spatter everything with it or brush it on here and there. We'll see what happens by the time I'm done. That's awesome. I don't know if we get those kind of deals here. Mind you, I really don't. I don't look at sales flyers unless it's for groceries because I really try not to buy things. But for some reason, it's just like, yeah, I need something with windows for all my bits.
I am using vermilion.
Oh,
I've used vermilion, carnation red, and barn door throughout. I don't know, which one is which, and some of them have had more than one color of the reds.
No. Barn door, spray stain. Okay, where do I want the cat? Where do I want the cat? Let's put him on this one.
Yeah, I know they don't hold much ink, but I tell you, I don't use them that often either. Only reason I bought the archival in the small is for when I do shrinky dink stuff.
And one cat.
That sound?
What?
What did you say?
And one cat. Can you
Oh,
hear my pump running? Because my darn pump is running. How about if I add this where the polka dots are? Like another polka dot. On the polka dots? On the polka dots. I love these little fuzzy things. It's just, they're not very flat. But at least they'll smush down when you are writing. Those are those little yarn covered dots I do. I just put strips of yarn down. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I have a cat. And you want a mushroom? I think we want a mushroom. What about, maybe I got to put some of this stuff down. A couple of those and then the mushroom? I think so. Sorry that if you guys are a little bit bored today. I'm glad that the conversation is going nice and flowy. I can't keep up. Spray stains are not archival? No. You know what? I have to admit, I don't really worry about archival quality because it's play, It's just play for me.
I don't worry about archival. I worry about waterproof.
Yeah.
I prefer any ink I use to be waterproof. Are you little pokey hole?
See, that's fun. No rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, guys. I am just sticking stuff down. It's like Malia's glue books. It is, it is. Okay. I'm just trying to put a couple of things on each of the. Okay, so that's got to be the top because I want it to flip up. Do I want it to flip up or down? I think I want everything to flip up. I think that's got to be a tuck too. Oh, thanks. Hey, Susan, welcome. No, that's definitely orange. That's not red. Rats. You know, don't tell Jean. Don't tell Jean. Okay, guys?
What? Don't tell Jean what?
Nothing. I didn't have it. That other frame I pulled out was orange, not red. So guess what? Magic. Another frame. Oh, it needs something. Needs something. But it's going on there. Don't tell her.
I don't go on at a specific time. I kind of just wing it. I have so much other stuff going on that I kind of do that when I have the time. Okay. All right, guys, look, I have this matchbook that's possibly could be in the window. And then I have this one. This one's a little guy fishing says, I can't read, Sheriff. And the sign says no fishing. And he's got a ton of fish. And this one has no red in it, but I liked it. Safe car means a safer ride. And then there's this one that has some red in it, but it's not, it's for a hotel. I could do this way, or I could do this way. Actually, this one really looks good with that plaid, but what's anybody's opinion? I like them all. I think this is my least favorite. So we'll do that by process of elimination.
Hmm. Do I tear this up or do I use it whole like a side tuck or a pocket thing?
Decisions, decisions. I'm not helping you because nobody's helping me. So
I don't like the yellow. I like that other one with the car. That one.
this one,
Yeah,
I kind of do too. It goes with this.
it does.
All right, that's what I'll do.
This one, a pocket, a whole pocket. Do I cut it in half and have two pockets that match?
Two pockets.
Two pockets.
I like the fish one. That would have been my favorite, but you couldn't see all the signs and the words. And that was kind of important, I thought.
Fish. I wonder if I've got red fish. I didn't even look. I haven't tried these pens out yet, guys, because I've been working on book page. And the reason that I haven't tried it out on the book page is because to me it's like construction paper, so that when you use markers or something on it, it just gets all sucked in. Does that make sense? So because I've been working on this, I have not. tried them yet. Corner pocket. Oh, I could do that into a corner pocket. That would give me 2 corner pockets. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, that's a
Laura
good.
would be so proud of me using wet glue instead of my glue stick all the time.
That's awesome. You just want to see me wobble cut? So we're going to cut it out. Oh, look, it ripped. Well, that's okay. It's okay because I'm just going to cut that part off anyways if I'm doing wobble cut corner pockets. Those are nice and stiff. Going to be nice and stiff.
You did, Belinda. I'm going to use the plastic canvas in a project soon. I don't know what, but I don't know how thick I want these pages, so I'm not putting too much dimension on them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, dimension wise. I don't know
Yeah.
how much I want to use just yet. Okay, so we're
No, Angela, mine's not material. It does have material in it, but it's not a material um, journal.
page bunched up a little bit there.
I'm just thinking to myself, it's not a material girl.
I'm gonna wobble cut. Here we go. Making corner tucks. So I've got 2 corner tucks. I'm gonna put one over here. I like it as a
Linda,
corner.
what I was talking about, not getting help. I was trying to decide what matchbook cover was going to go in this little opening. That's what I was talking about. Yes, I appreciate your input on everything. Woohoo! I got another one done. Another one bites the dust.
I'm just adding a little bit to each page, and then I'm gonna go back and add a little bit more and a little
That's
bit
kind of
more.
what I'm doing. But this one's actually done all 4 sides.
Beautiful.
I kind of want to put something in here like a little piece of paper with lines on it or something, but I don't know
Yeah.
yet. I could put a little tiny pocket inside of that. Oh, and I have one thing I gotta use. I forgot that I grabbed that is just weird.
It's just weird.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It is um, an advertisement for vitamin K tablets.
Okay.
But this was a tongue depressor package.
Okay.
So
That's cool. It's got red.
yeah, that's what I thought. I think it'll go on here somewhere. I got to be real careful with it. I'm gonna have to cut it open because it's double sided and it won't. It'll fall apart. I think
Yeah.
so. Because it's pretty fragile as is.
Oh, I was gonna go through my edging box and see what kind of red edgings I have. Wow. Because I'm sure I got painty paper edgings that I've done that are red. You would think, anyway. I might even have some postage in red. I don't know. The cat tab is over here. And I've got him going out the top so that his head won't get all mashed up depending on whatever side closure I decide on. Random bits of lined paper. Oh, look. I can make another window frame. Another frame. Don't tell Jane. Nothing. I haven't decided which order these pages are going to go in yet either. It feels really
Yes, Angela.
feels very strange using picture or frames without flowers and fish, guys.
Getting you out of your comfort zone.
Do I have a comfort
Me
zone?
with the red. Yeah, you probably do have a comfort zone. You just haven't recognized it.
Yeah, probably. I think it's got to do with you telling on me. I know. Yeah, I think my comfort zone is not measuring. Seriously.
I used to measure. I have gotten so much better at not measuring.
These are from my stencils that I've cut. A lot of times, well, I mean, the last yesterday and the day before, I spent the day just stamping and doing stencils on book pages so that I've got stuff to doodle on. So I spent yesterday doing itty bitty mandalas. And did I do itty bitty mandalas in red? No.
And the funny thing is, you knew yesterday you were going to be doing red today.
I know. I did. I did do like, I think I did one, but I did that this morning. Or two because I put one in already.
Now, I think I'm enjoying this just a little bit better now that I've thrown in a few other colors
Yeah.
besides just red.
For
And I
sure.
had thought that. I mean, I thought we don't have to be prominently. I mean, just it's the basic color.
I'm gonna. Ooh, oh yes, I gotta do this. I just got stacks of this paper over here. Had an idea.
Oh no.
Oh no, I know, I know, I know. I know. It's really hard, thick, cardboardy plastic though. But I've got this lovely red heart ribbon. That's what I'm going to make some page tabs out of for this section. I also pulled out these buttons, but I'm not sure I want to use them because they're pretty thick. Not hugely thick, but thick enough that not sure about them. The problem with using old book page is it's so thin and can be really brittle that you really have to stabilize it with something else. Unless you're just gluing it straight down to a page. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. We've known for a week that we were doing this. And so I've been thinking about, I need things that are red. And of course, that was yesterday and today that I was playing.
Well, I didn't even grab mine until after 10 o'clock this morning. And at my house, we go on at 11:45.
True. Um, yeah, I got just about all those envelopes completed. Well, a good half of them. So while I was doing the envelopes, I should have been doing some more red.
Hi, Teresa.
Working on Twinchies. I haven't even looked through my Inchies or Twinchies box or even my finished heart box to see if I've got reds. Let's pull out the hearts because that would be interesting to have red hearts in here. I have a plan for this, guys. I do. I do. Oops. What did I get caught up on? Oh no. Don't want to. I have no room. No room. My computer keyboard is beside me that way, and it's sitting on top of my garbage can on a board. And it doesn't really fit. So my chair keeps getting snagged on the board. Mm, it's too big. Well, I do try and be organized. It never really happens the way I want it to. That's a red. It's got a blue butterfly on it. Sort of red. Oh, look at this one. This one's a nice red. No, it's purple. You would think that I would do red hearts, right? That one's red. Oh, I like that one too. Okay, I found some red hearts. I do have red sequins. I could use red sequins. I'll leave those ones out. Oh, don't want the green one. Well, listen, there's another cricket down here. For pity's sake. I give up fighting crickets. So I'm going to wobble cut this into corner tucks. And you know what? Oh, they're just a little tall. But it's okay. I will glue them down anyway. Just like that. Just like that.
I'm not thinking, I'm just doing.
I'm not thinking you're just doing.
Kind of. This is kind of really busy, but I kind of really like it.
I like it.
So, not sure this is the little guy that's going in there, but for now it is.
I like it.
I just like my little tongue depressor wrapper. I've had that thing for years. I mean, years.
A
And
red
today
monster.
it just jumped out at me because it was red.
Yeah. Anne says a red monster. A red monster, Jean.
Do you have a red monster?
Are you red? Is that red? It's more purple.
Well, I don't know. I think he's close enough.
Could throw a red monster in there. Why not? That's red. All right. You're right, Jean. We weren't supposed to be making stuff. We were just supposed to be using stuff that we had on hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I'm doing this wrong, but I'm having fun.
That's what matters.
You know, I really like that. I have to admit, I really like the way those turned out. So I've got a pocket, and a corner tuck. Glasses. Oh, I don't know if I've got kissy lips. I might. I might have books. We'll look and see what else I've got that's already made.
My supper is starting to smell really good.
Oh, good. Is that too brown? It's already brown.
I don't know. Put it up next to something red.
I could put something red behind it. Like, I don't know.
I think it works.
I'm using it. I can add little red dots to it. It's got beads and sequins and sewing and stuff on it. It's got a gold heart. Gold sequin heart. And of course a bead to hold it on. Okay, heart. So I have gone through and I have added something to every page so far. So let's take a look at them in no specific order. This is going to be the front of and the back because it's the cardstock. So I've added a frame and a doodle thing, whatever, nothing else. This one has the heart. Open it, I've got the pockets and corner tucks and nothing on the back yet. This one has the corner tuck and another little doodle space and a piece of lined paper on the back. This one opens up both sides. This one, it's got a doodle, a stencil that you can doodle on, and a frame, and nothing else yet. We've got the kitten and the mushroom. That's that on that. This has the corner tuck and a frame and a little flower. Nothing on there. This is how I do my journals, guys. I just add to every page and I just keep adding until I'm happy. So we've got a mushroom and one of my little flower doodle things. Nothing. It's got this tuck, mandala tuck, and one of my fuzzy dots. This one has a stencil doodle thing, flower with some cheesecloth, doodle, a chicken. It's got the chicken. This is a tuck. That's it. All right. So it's getting a little chunky. How many pages did we say we were doing, Jean? 5, 6,
I
7,
think it changes pretty frequently.
7, 8. I have, so that would have been 4 pieces of paper cut in half. No journal's complete if it doesn't have a chicken. So it's getting there. Okay, so we'll start at the front now. We're just going to add a mandala just flat and a piece of, oh, you can see the printing through. I really wasn't paying attention to that. That goes over there. Let's use a piece of lined paper up in this corner. Let's take it apart again because it's not necessarily in the order we want anyway. So I'm going to put lined paper here. Oh, I love woven paper strips. I don't have any in red. I was looking at it when I was going through my bin.
I'm thinking about trying to make it a pocket. So we'll see. It'll take some creative gluing.
I like creative gluing. And mandala and a red polka dot, a red fuzzy dot. No, journal is complete till it has a chicken. You're right. You're right. Okay, so this is now the front page of the signature. Like this.
Cool.
And then we've got a thing there, a thing there. I need something on the back. I'm just making sure there's something on every page right now. How about this heart? It's got a blue butterfly, but that's okay. Let's outline it in black.
Belinda, great minds think alike.
Are you weaving that?
I did.
Nice. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to take a little piece of cheesecloth because we've got to have some flow, right? We've got to have some of the same stuff throughout.
Well, that's the weirdest journaling card I've ever seen.
Have you seen some of mine? You're probably just fine.
Well, this is Herbie's Nut House.
Oh,
Boy, this is old. The phone number is GR99394.
so I will consider these complete for now because every page on that has something on it. This has something on the back. What about one of these? Up the corner, maybe? Or
Thank you, Anne.
another piece of lined paper. Not like that. I like it. This signature may be done when we're done this stream.
Mine needs a little bit more, but I think it's getting there. It
Mine
turned
too.
out to be way more fun than I anticipated.
Well, I'm glad. And I have to admit, guys, the rainbow journal was my idea.
Yeah,
Much to Jean's dismay.
I tried to argue, but she always wins. The age before beauty thing.
Exactly. I was just thinking that.
What are you? Just a little bit older than me?
Um, I'm 65.
And I'll be 64 in November, so
Just a little.
just a little. Not enough to count it when you're up that high.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2. So it's got a corner tuck. It's got this. This needs something. Maybe a heart at the bottom. Maybe a heart at the bottom.
I think I like making journaling cards all of a sudden. Now that I can use my favorite pen to make lines.
Oh, excellent.
I love this pen.
I'm just going to glue this down. It's not going to be a tuck or anything. It's just going to be a chunk of whatever. Just just a thing. It's just a thing, guys. Just a thing.
Herbie's Nut House. I love it.
You know, Ron's dad, he wasn't well, but he had a lot of fruit trees in his yard, and we went and visited. And he said, "You want to see my nuts?" So he took us out to look at the tree, but Ron and I were just laughing. Poor, bad children we are. So now it's a standing joke with Ron and I. Oh, look, I've got paint chips and little red squares that I haven't used at all.
So you have something on every page?
I am.
Wow.
I got stuff though, Jean. I'm just and it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be a little something.
Well, I have, here's mine. I have the cover.
Yeah.
And then I don't have anything there. But I have some pages completely finished.
Yeah.
All four sides.
Yeah.
And then these two have nothing. Because I kind of got involved on the other pages, knowing how I wanted to finish them.
Yeah.
But I really like the way these two look together, so I may have to change something here.
I do like the way that looks. Red umbrella. I didn't look to see if I don't think I've got any red umbrellas.
Okay, so I don't think I want this file folder in here in the middle.
Okay.
I like this as a double page spread, and that doesn't happen. I don't think that way very often, so.
That's awesome.
We'll put this one here.
What about just a plain red square?
Yep, I have a few of those in here too.
I think I'm just going to put a plain red square on that. Red umbrellas. I don't know that I've got. Doesn't mean I can't make any. But I'm already broken the rules.
Oh, look.
Do we have rules?
Fit in a pocket somewhere.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it right there for now.
Not that we've got rules.
I don't have to worry about hurting its feelings by not using it.
Yay! No hurt feelings.
Oh, I used to think that about my Barbies.
The only time I played Barbies was when I was driving over them with my trucks.
I used to think I had to play with all my Barbies at the same time so I didn't hurt their feelings.
My friends didn't like playing Barbies with me. Go figure.
I had a cousin who ripped their heads off of all of our dolls.
Welcome, Charmaine. Nice to see you. Welcome.
Hi, Charmaine. That's my friend here in town. She was going to come over, but she wasn't quite feeling up to it. So.
Oh. Okay, so those all have something on them. Oh, need something on this page. I don't know. How about just a piece of pink? Piece of lined paper. Glad you could join us. I'm glad you're feeling up to it. There's no real rules on my channel, guys. You know that. Look, I got all this blank space in here. I didn't put anything on any of this. Any of it. None. Nothing. Nothing. So we're going to use this.
Charmaine, did you get your stuff out and play?
Let's back this. Or I could just, no, we'll back it. We'll back it.
God, I got all kinds of red on the floor.
If you were in Ron's shop, I would know that it was blood. But that man has to put his soul into everything he does.
Oh,
But I don't know why you've got red all over your floor.
Gary's the same way. We don't eat black-eyed peas on New Year's. It's supposed to be a tradition, a good luck thing.
Really?
And,
Never heard of it.
oh, maybe it's just a Southern thing. I don't know. But anyway, we don't, because every time Gary has, we've ended up in the emergency room. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, Thornbell's going to have to go right here. The other ones behind doors are far too big. I'm gluing them down right now. Guess I'm going to have to put a name tag on them. Thornball says, what does Thornball say, guys? Get your red on? What does Thornball say? Thornball says, hello, anyone?
I don't know. I can't think that well.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
That works.
Ha! You know what? Maybe I'm just going to do it. My uncle, when I was a kid, you know how we had autograph books and we'd get everybody to sign them or whatever? So my uncle wrote in my autograph book, roses are red, violets are blue. I like cornflakes. Can you swim?
What?
Exactly. So maybe that's what's going to end up going in here. Memories of my uncle. He wasn't a monster, but okay. So I need a red something to write that with. Red gel pen. Thornball says. I don't know what Thornball says. I have to think. Need to think. Now, wow. I don't know that we have any traditional New Year's foods. And Christmas is such a mixture because of all the different ethnicities. Kiss me, sweetheart. Who dropped the ball? Um, that even though there's normally the turkey and stuffing, everybody adds all their own stuff. We've got pierogies and halapji, which is cabbage rolls, pereshka, which is sauerkraut filled buns, rouladen, which is steak and bacon wrapped together, or thin strips of beef and bacon wrapped together. Um, yeah, it's just wild. Kiss me, sweetheart. Yeah, let's do that. Kiss me, sweetheart. There. Thornball says, kiss me, sweetheart. Works. Thornball. Can't remember who named him when we were making them the other day. Made monsters twice in the past week. Did him and then the one behind the door. And then we did two more behind doors. I actually got lots accomplished this week. And it wasn't flowery. All right. Need something over here. Let's do a heart. A heart and just a heart. Just a heart. Just a heart. And yeah, I'm going to have to come and add maybe some red glittery stuff. I've got red glitter glue. That might add some pizzazz. Dots of red glitter glue. Thank you, Belinda. I did. I did the monsters and I did all the doodling and the envelopes. It's been a good week.
I got up this morning. Does that count for anything?
It sure does, because you're here playing with us. Oh, there goes my glue. Let's just throw that in the middle, because we can.
Oh, what a mess I have here. It was so organized when I started.
Mine too. It was really honest.
You know where you go for lying, right?
Yeah, lie like a rug. I did doors. Yes, I did doors with monsters behind. Yes, ugly paper sheets into Kimbits.
I packed 57 boxes this week.
You
Does that
did.
count for anything?
It sure does. Oh, one more piece here. Look at this. And my glue cap fell on the floor. I have to hunt it down. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Of course, it lands in the pile of stuff.
Ain't that the truth? If you want to know just how unorderly I am, Charmaine can attest to that. She's been here, seen that. And she's still come back.
That's awesome. That's a lot to accomplish, Jean. That's much more than I did. Seriously. I just played.
Well, that's important too.
I mean, I did some adulting a bit. Not a heck of a much. I made soup and bread. Yep. Ooh, let's go this way. Yeah. Okay, have to see if I've got red fish and red umbrellas. Your titanium skizzers broke? Oh no.
Oh, no.
That's never fun. Oh, what about bows? I don't have any red bows. Fish. I have a red fish. I have a red fish. Look. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Come on. Here, fishy. Couple more. There, red fish. Oh, umbrellas. No, well, is that red or orange? I think that's orange. Yeah, definitely orange. I don't have red umbrellas. Red fish, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. You can tell we grew up in the same era. Okay, gotta add these fish at random. Random red fish. Up there. Here's one. Okay, so this one's good. This has a mushroom, a cat. Oh, I need stuff in here. I can always add this page too. Let's just take this and add it. We just add that page because it's red, and I forgot about it. Okay, got a mushroom. I need something at the bottom of this mushroom. cat looking at the fish? No. Do. Do this. Just like that. Yeah, I read them to my kids when they were little too. Yeah, Dr. Seuss books are marvelous. Okay, so what about if I use one of these? Let's just rip it down a little bit more. That's white. How you doing, Jean? Oh, I like that.
This is just a vintage rub-ons that I had, so I just put things all over it. And then on the back, I did this.
Oh, cool. It's a flippy out thing.
Yep.
Let's use a little bit of this.
I really want to use this crazy yellow matchbook because it just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
But it's got red on it, so
it does.
I think it wants to be a pocket. Yes, it's just weird enough to work.
I like it. Okay, so this page has stuff, that page has stuff. This page and this page still needs stuff. Stuff, I tell you. Hmm. What about? Ooh, I'm low on these because I want to use these for tuck ins.
I love these stamps, and I just leave them on their plastic and use them because I very seldom use the whole stamp.
Oh, that makes sense. I should do that too.
I've said it many times. I'm a lazy crafter. Been loving my stapler lately.
My staples don't staple tight. You know what I mean? Like when it folds down, they're loose. So
Oh
maybe
yeah.
I so maybe I don't have enough stuff behind them or whatever.
Well, this is like Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher,
Okay.
but it's a generic brand. I had three of them because every time I found one for like one time it was $3, one time it was $5. I thought I can't just let it sit there and somebody else get that bargain.
Yeah.
I only have two now because one was pink and some little girl, you know,
Yep.
and grandma doesn't say no.
Oh, I know that feeling.
So anyway, I like it. I really do. I have bigger staplers, but yeah, I like this one.
I'm gonna glue this down onto some paper. Oh, losing a fish. And I'm gonna use that just as a side pocket kind of thing. No, it doesn't. My staplers are ancient.
I have the coolest stapler ever.
Do you?
Yeah, it's old and the staples are just wire. It it feeds the wire, it cuts it, it bends it. It's so cool.
Really, that is cool.
I use it occasionally, but I don't have a refill for it, so I don't use it up too much because I don't want to
No,
run out.
I get you. Sure, one of those staplers has to have a screw on. No.
The worst part about this little handheld stapler is I don't know how many staples it holds at one time, but it's not very many.
No, mine are very old and they do not have screws on the bottom. Thank you for suggesting that, Teresa.
Does yours have do your staples fold in or out?
Yeah, in.
Because some staplers have the little pad where you can make them go in or out.
No. These were from my mom and dad's offices when they were still working. So they're pretty darn old. Hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have that on the polka dot one. What do you think? Too many polka dots?
You're asking me if there's too many polka dots?
I know. I love polka dots, but let's get this wobbly. What about a belly band? I think I need to do a red belly band.
There you go.
Oh, I glued it the wrong side. Not paying attention. Well, guess it goes across the bottom then. All right. So everybody's got a little bit of something on. Little bit of something, something. Yes, a belly band would definitely be cool. Okay. Pretty naked, but that's okay. They don't all have to have stuff. I'm not sure if I want to use this. I had it set aside for a different journal I was working on and pulled it out of there because it was red. It was ready kind of to go. I'll think about it. Let's take this piece of paper and we'll cut up here. That's not long enough. Grab another piece of that paper. We'll glue it down. I'm gonna give it 2 layers of paper underneath because I find it so frustrating when you've got a journal and like the belly bands and things are not thick enough and they rip. Pockets and belly bands need to have substance. Look, Gina has washi tape, real washi tape.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was an addiction I had. I have way more than I'll ever use, so I've been trying to use it. I never paid full price for any of it, though, let me tell you.
Oh, wonder if. No. Look, I'm throwing the scrap bits, a lot of the scrap bits out. Does that swear at each other, guys?
I put a little pocket right here, ever so tiny, to cover the staples
Beauteous.
that I did on here.
Beauteous.
And so now I don't know, I'm just putting stuff on it until I get it the way I want it. I'm not sure I like it yet, but that's okay. It's just paper and it's not hard to peel that tape back up if I don't like it.
I'd love to have a big button on here, but I don't want this button because it's so darn thick.
Yeah, I might have to find a paper doll to fit in here. I think one of them that I did the other day would fit, and I think it might have even had red on it. I'll have to check them out because
I'm
I'm in my dining room. I'm not doing art in the art room today because I didn't want to move the computer. So instead, I just drug everything in here. I
don't
don't
know
know.
what I want. Don't know what I want. I'm just going to glue this down as a belly band and I will come back and decorate it after. I don't have a small paper button, but I can certainly make one.
See, it was messy, and I still like it.
I like it.
I love little cluster collages.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna plain. We need something here.
Something here. Like that.
I grabbed this washi tape at the last minute because it had some red, but it's got other colors, and I think that's what made me happy with my book. I really do. It wasn't predictable. Red in all one, all one thingy. It's all predictable.
Yeah.
There we go. Happy, happy.
Happy, happy?
Yeah, this is kind of plain yet, but it's okay. We're gonna just draw some lines on it.
Bacon, eggs, and toast? Mmm. Yeah, cereal does count as dinner. You do it often.
Does when my husband's working late, cereal's often dinner.
That or popcorn. I love popcorn for dinner.
When I was growing up, we would have a big lunch on Sunday evening, or Sunday afternoon, fried chicken, pot roast, what have you. And then for supper, it was not necessarily fend for yourself, but kind of. But we always got popcorn, our soda for the week, and ice cream.
Nice.
And in front of the TV watching Walt Disney.
Yes. Or something like fruit cocktail and a milkshake kind of thing. But mom didn't use ice cream, she used raw egg. We called it eggnog. She put it in the blender with milk and some vanilla or a bit of cocoa, maybe some watermelon. Quite often it was Sunday dinner, especially if it was hot out.
There's my red velvet cake. I finally found a place to stick it.
Ooh.
I have to embellish it a little more. And I think I need to cut it just a smidgen shorter. Yes.
Yeah, potato chips. I don't eat, I try not to eat potato chips anymore. That's my weakness, is potato chips.
We had BLTs last night for supper with
Mm.
potato chips. And um, I don't know. I just was so hungry for potato chips after I was done with my sandwich. I just ate them and ate them. And I was like miserable. I try to avoid salt if possible.
Yeah, me too. Except this past little while, I have been so darn bad. About an air fryer, and normally I'll peel the potatoes, make my own fries, kind of thing. But
Uh huh.
I bought freezer fries, frozen fries, and it's so easy just to dump something in and go. So bad, so stinking bad. Oh, maybe this doesn't go in here. Something about virgin sacrifices. We'll just put that one aside. We could do a little pocket out of this. Oh, did I use? I used that for the belly band. So I shouldn't use it on here for a pocket. What about for this? Seasonal ATCs for swaps. Um, I've done like Halloween ones, and see, I used to love doing big lunches. Ron worked evenings, 4 to midnight, so we would have our big meal in the middle of the day, and I loved that. I lost so much weight doing that because supper wasn't heavy, but then he ended up working days, and you know, you know how that goes. Oh, that's way crooked. Then
I
you
have
have
seasonal ATCs that I've received in a swap. So evidently I've made them, but I haven't made ATCs for a long time. I did get in Joni's group, and I was hoping to maybe do some swaps again since it's kind of a simpler process there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But I missed the first one. It closed before I had a chance to see it.
You were away.
Huh?
You were away. You were
I
on
know.
vacation when she did that. So
And I
totally,
needed.
totally understandable that you missed it. I sent mine out. They're gone. Are any of you playing along with us? I have to ask. That's going to be a pocket pocket. You're upstairs on your desktop? Okay. Well, at least you're playing. Playing is good. That's supposed to be a pocket. You don't want to glue it in the middle, Kim. No. Yeah, your crafting supplies are downstairs. Yeah, yesterday, oh, my arthritis was so bad. So I came down after I made soup and stayed down here until late, late, late. So I'm just trying to use up stuff that I've got on the desk now, filling in spaces. Don't know if I'm going to come back and put some paper buttons or some sequins or diamond dots or doodles. I do know that I don't have enough stuff to fill in all the pockets. Oh, I got two. That wasn't. Oh, look, lots of stuff to add to. I think I'm going to have to make more lined paper. But that's okay. I might come back and add some flowers or something to it. I'll go through all my bits again and see what else I can add. You're in bed at 7. I think I went upstairs probably around 9:30 last night. I've got a couple here. What do I want? Yeah, I think I'll come back and add some paper buttons and get another frame out of this. See, the things that you add to your pages don't have to be overthought. You just add what you have. You don't have to make extra. You don't have to have stuff on every page. You really do not. I am a maximalist and I admit it. Are you snickering?
No, I had a cough.
I know. I
The
know.
longer I work on this, the more minimalist I become, though.
Well, I guess I am too because I've run out of quite a few of the really decorative things that I have done. Look for some more hearts.
So, did you say next week is orange?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be orange? Red,
I'm
orange.
leaving the color order of the rainbow to you, my dear.
Okay. Next week will be orange. So we're going to do this on a couple of Fridays, and then we're going to switch over and do some on Jean's channel.
Mostly because my grandbaby twins started daycare and they don't go to daycare on Fridays. So, I got to have some Fridays to go over and see them.
Which is much more important than playing here.
Well,
It is.
it is important, but I don't know that it's much more important. I have to have my playtime too.
They need to be, they have to be comfortable with you, right? Like they're your grandkids. And if you don't see them, sometimes they get these weird ideas that, who the heck are you, right?
Oh, they already do. They really do. Because they're 90 miles away and the other grandma stays with them because
Yeah,
of my daughter's working from home until they got in daycare. And it's as soon as there's an opening, they're going to full-time daycare.
right.
So I can I can talk to Gavin, the little boy, and get him giggling every time on the phone. But Avery, she just doesn't want anything to do with me.
Yeah.
So, but she just really doesn't want anything to do with too many people. She is very content to live in her own little world,
Okay.
which is excuse me, exactly how her mother was too.
Yeah. Okay, I'm running out of stuff just to glue down, but I've got this big red flower thing. I'm going to add that with some bright green leaves things.
I do. I have the absolute cutest video. His dad with Gavin. Okay, so I shake my hand like this and I say, "Hi, Gavin." And he giggles he just doesn't stop. So his daddy actually recorded his side of it, and I pretty much watch it every day.
It's a very cute video.
Oh, that's a good idea, Anne. They don't come over here very often, though. The last time I was there, I couldn't get her to come to me at all. So I went and got some yogurt melts, and they're kind of like a cat once they heard the sound of the package, and then they couldn't have any unless they came to me for. Bribery works. Yep, I think I'll have to get some marshmallows.
See, I was very fortunate. My eldest granddaughter was born to my house. My daughter was living with us. And then her and her partner, well, her then husband, um, moved into his grandparents' house, which is probably 15-minute drive from here. And then my younger daughter's oldest was born to my house because her and her husband were living here. And then they moved to the next town to the east. So I've always had my grandbabies in my life.
Yeah, mine are 90 miles, but it's an easy day trip, easy.
Yeah.
And my oldest grandchild was born with a heart defect, and so I spent the uh, first 8 weeks of his life by his side the whole time,
Yeah.
except for after the first couple of weeks, we took turns going to Ronald McDonald House and sleeping.
Yeah.
But other than that, we were there the whole time. And so, and then after that, I pretty much was the only person who ever babysitted him. I couldn't, he couldn't even leave the hospital until I learned all the stuff that my daughter and husband or her husband had to learn. So,
Right.
trying to clean up and make sure there's not something else I want to put in here since I'm getting down to the last few pages.
Yeah, I'm getting to the last few pages too. Every page has, so far, has something on it. I just have these ones. Wow. I still have a lot.
Mine don't have something on every page because I can't seem to do that. But every page I start is pretty much finished. Little bits here and there.
This needs a little something.
Actually, I brought in 3 stencils and I can only find 2.
Oh,
I was hoping I could find the other one, but I guess that's not going to happen. And I haven't even thrown all my bits away yet, Kim. Can you
whew.
believe that? I know.
I've been pretty good about throwing bits away.
Well, I've thrown away the things that have um, too little to use, but
Yeah, you know how I save everything? They're gone. It's gone. It's garbage. Out of here. I'm trying to be very, very good. You know, we could always come back in with inks and stuff and do some doodling in bare spaces too. Are you done with me yet? I hear something.
it was very scary. He's had 3 open heart surgeries before he was ever 3 years old. So
Yes, I'm very fortunate that I have a really good rapport with all my grands. My youngest actually just phoned me yesterday evening, and he's coming for Sunday night, Monday night. And my granddaughter just messaged me when Jean and I were starting. She is in Frankfurt. So, yeah, I hear from my kids, my
I do
baby.
too. My granddaughter, the 9-year-old, they got her a phone because of a deal. It really didn't cost them anything. She's only allowed to use it at mom and dad's discretion, and she has mom, her dad, her best friend, and me in her phone book. And then after our vacation, she now has um, her second cousin in her phone book, and that's it. So,
Yeah,
she doesn't really get to use it. But, oh, like last Saturday, and I know she was still in the car, so she did it, as soon as she was done from cheerleading, that she won the spirit stick, and she had to send me that. So,
that's excellent.
she really texts me with all the goodies and the information and the stuff that, you want to know every bit of.
Yeah, yep, that's my girl too. She's the one, like, um, any live theater or whatever. She was my partner to go to all the live plays and concerts, and we went to dinner theater. I don't know if you guys have it there. It's called Celebrations Dinner Theater, where you watch part of the play, you get your first course, you watch part of the play, you get your second course, kind of thing.
No, that's cool. Sounds cool.
It's awesome, absolutely awesome. So we would go for her birthday and for my birthday. But now that, she's adult and on her own, I don't have anybody to do that with. And I said to her, sure, now that you can drive, you're not playing with me anymore. But yeah, I she was my partner in crime for all that stuff.
Yeah, that's how my grandson still is. In fact, when we were on vacation, we missed his first birthday in
Oh,
14 years.
yeah, that's a rough one.
He was, but he understood. He got his birthday before, and I told him I'd come over and we could do lunch and just have a him and grandma day.
Yeah,
He was cool with that.
that's good. Okay, I'm gonna have to use naked circles. But the cool thing about that is whoever gets this journal can always doodle them themselves. Right? Right.
That's something I don't have in this journal yet is circles. I
Oh,
always put circles and stuff.
I love circles. Circles and polka dots. Ooh yeah. Yeah, my girl is 20. So all grown up. And then her brother is my eldest grandson. Um, he's the one that'll phone and invite himself and his partner to dinner. Grammy will feed us. Yes, yes, she will. Okay, I've got one that doesn't have anything. And then I've got that
See
one.
my monster?
He's cute.
Yeah, I'll color him with pencils later, but if I decide to color him, I may leave him in the book in case I give it away.
Yeah. Okay, Belinda. Well, I don't know what I'm going to have. Okay, so I've got this one that still needs that page. And this one has quite a few spots that need stuff too.
Thank you, Anne. I have like several monster sets and several robot sets of stamps and or dies because I think they're so stinking cute. And I thought for sure my Mr. Riley was going to love them, and he did for about 2 weeks. So I'm hoping one of the other boys will become a monster and robot person, but I don't see it in the 4-year-old. So,
And your granddaughter doesn't? Your oldest granddaughter isn't into them?
oh no, she's all girl.
Oh,
She's so girly girl. She's into the art.
yeah.
That's her thing, which is great. Although I have to say, when it's time, when she's here and it's time for bed, I am ready for bed.
Wow, I'm really low on stuff. Okay, let's make you into a pocket. Okay, Dinah, we've been on for over 3 hours, Jean.
Oh my! No wonder my eyes are saying, "What are you doing?"
I'm sorry. I thought that this was going to go a lot faster, guys. Sorry.
Well, it's because we're decorating. I made these 2 books start to finish in 3 hours,
Yeah,
but there's no embellishments on any of the pages anywhere.
yeah.
Oh
Well,
look,
I
I
mean,
have a little alien.
that makes a really big difference. Really does. I mean, we didn't have to embellish. We could have just put the signatures together and whatever, but oh, I'm glad that you appreciate us keeping you company because I appreciate you keeping us company. Does that make any sense? Made
Yep.
sense to me. Well, I just kind of add like I say, I put a little bit of something on every page. I try and get it so that my journals flow, right? So that there's something similar or of the same thing on each page so that the journal flows. Or in this case, it's just going to be the signatures that flow because they're all going to be different things. So, like I say, I started out with the washi stuff, put that on everything. So I knew that that was going to flow. And then, it, I don't know, I
But
tried.
in these where we're using just basically one color, I
Yeah,
mean, the theme is one color. I think they flow regardless because I mean, I do have some of the same things,
yeah,
but not all of it. And I don't know. I like it. And I'm the only one who matters.
yeah. I'm kind of the same way.
I do think that I'm going to have to go in with my Stabilo pencil or my charcoal pencil and kind of highlight and around all my collage pieces because that is bothering me that it's not there. But I
Yeah,
have the pencil here, so I'm kind of avoiding, maybe I won't have to, but I'm an outline kind of person and
me too.
I just feel that it needs it. But um, yeah, I will have this done by next Friday.
Yeah.
I hope.
Well, I mean, I've only got like how many pieces that need things? One, one there, two, two, three, four. I only have four places that need things, and I don't have anything. I've got my lined paper. I could add more lined paper, like on
I
the
have
table.
5, and that is if I leave this one as is. Otherwise, I have 6.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'll probably put up my little kind of signature collage thing that I do, but
yeah. Like I'll probably do some paper buttons. I mean, I didn't use any of the paint chips that I pulled out. I may do that. I didn't add page tabs that I thought I was going to add. You can tell I've gotten lazy because I'm even using the stuff that you can see the print behind on.
I don't feel that I'm using a lot of commercial stuff either. And I am, like this paper was commercial, but I use it in such small pieces and then do something to it to kind of make it mine. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Like I said, I had no painting papers. The others, when we get to blue, which is not one of my favorite colors, I got blue papers running out my ears. And so, it'll be way more of my stuff then.
I don't know that it's lots to learn or if it's to do it by feel. You know?
I agree. I do think that for me, I can watch somebody do something and then I can go do something. Not necessarily what they did, like say I did this and you decided, wow, I like this, and then you do it your way. And now I think
Exactly.
that's where we get the process from. I think that we see something, we watch something, but our mind sees something else.
That's right. Like I love the way you did those little paper strips. I usually add little strips of paper like that. You know, like I say, I probably have so many red papers in my borders bin that I can come back and add borders on quite a few of these edges. And I may do that yet. Because let's
That's
use
my
up.
favorite thing to put on pages is strips. I like my little odd collage is what I call it, corner collage. There's
Yeah,
usually there's usually 3 pieces in there. I might go to 5. And
yeah,
sometimes this one's actually got 4 if you count the marks,
right.
but it all blends together. It still looks like 3.
That's right.
But there's
Exactly, Anne.
a commercial stamp, but I don't know, when I looked at stamps, he said, "It's about damn time you used me." So,
Well, yeah,
I did.
I don't use stamps much. I mean, I've got the stuff that I do, and I do have a huge bin full of stamps that I could use, but I don't always think about it. You
Well,
know,
I have a lot of wood-mounted stamps, but I tend to pull out these. All the this is supposed to be wood-mounted. I use it just like this.
yeah,
All of my clings, I put on a block because I wanted the monster.
Right.
But for the most part, I don't use the full stamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, I do this kind of thing. I'll sit in front of, out in the greenhouse and listen to the birds and doodle on book pages with gel pens. And
Yeah,
then that's kind of what I will put as a, uh, strips across. And, you know, it's just the way it works.
yep. This
Oh,
is
Angela, painty papers are addictive. They really, really are.
this is my latest little book that I've been working on. I just took a piece of watercolor paper and taped up some sections. I thought I was getting them in the right measurements, but I was so wrong. And so it's going to be really kind of cool because all those orange stripes are going to come off and they'll be white.
Yeah.
And I have so many pieces of watercolor set up all ready to doodle on, and that's what I do when I need something. I actually tried it in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work well.
No, no. Like I
It
do,
wasn't.
I take gel pens and like these kinds of things along with me and doodle them because that's like one of these blocks, right? I've got it. So it's like a stamp. So I use it on paper and then I throw it in a bin and grab some, um, what are they called? Gel pens. And take it with me so that I can play with it while I'm out and about. It's a great way to use up your book pages is if you stamp something on it and then doodle it.
Yeah,
Hey, I can use this.
but I can say that doodling in the car was more of a success than sewing little things on that tassel in the car.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
My husband finally at one point said, "If you drop another thing, you're going to have to go to the back seat."
That's funny.
Because I can't reach all the way down to the floorboard.
Right.
Oh, he has to pull over for me to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Especially if you're traveling, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Ron wouldn't be overly impressed with me either. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, welcome back, Belinda. We're just kind of saying goodbye. Just, finishing up the last. Well, Jean's done. I'm still finding things that I can put in here because I just don't want to give up. Don't want to give up. No, you know,
Well, I'm only done for now.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to probably stay down here and doodle and listen to my audiobook. And I don't have to cook supper. I still have soup and noodles from yesterday. So,
Cool. Well, I
oh,
have chili in the crock pot, so
nice. Nice, nice.
I've already cooked for the day.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times my wrists just don't take um, pressing the noodles because they're hand pressed, that big thing of noodles there. Ron does that for me, so he was kind enough to not get involved in anything yesterday morning. Oh, homemade pizza, that's nice. Pincushion to keep things under control. Yeah, that's just it. Trying to keep things under control. I'll usually knit or crochet if we are traveling, and I
If
don't I don't travel well.
when I
So
am embroidering on the little felt balls or little things like that, I can do that. But trying to get that tiny piece of lace in the right spot and then, trying to put a button on and digging through my bag for this and my bag, and it's like, no, it just wasn't working. It
yeah.
just wasn't. I was pretty frustrated too. So,
Well, I don't blame you.
oh,
Yeah. So you know how Anne Lar opens up a room in her group occasionally and just sits and everybody crafts and visits and whatever?
Uh
I'm
huh.
thinking of doing that upon occasion instead of, I mean, I'll still do my lives, but like yesterday, I was just sitting here and listening to my audiobook, and, I thought, hey, why don't I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like Tuesday evenings, you do it through Defy.
Mm-hmm.
So just a heads up, anybody who's in my Facebook group, that may be a thing happening. Not sure when, where, how, why. It's not going to be scheduled. It's just going to be a pop up random come and play kind of thing. Chili does sound good, except I've got a big pot of lentil soup to use up. I am going to outline these things in black before I add them. Well, it has been 3.5 hours. I really appreciate you guys being here to play. I hope that we inspired you to try something, not necessarily what we're doing, do your style. Um, get a few signatures ready so that when we finally put our books together, it will you'll have something to join us when we're doing the binding. Anything else, Jean?
No, I
Next,
think that pretty much covers it.
yeah, next Friday it will be orange, the color orange. If you're playing along with us, if you aren't, it'll be whatever color you so desire. Uh, grab something to doodle on, whatever. But thank you very much for being here. Thanks everybody who's going to watch replays. Thanks everybody who's up in the balcony. I appreciate you all. And I really appreciate Jean coming and playing with me. She eggs
Well,
me
I have
on.
a lot of fun.
She eggs me on. I like it.
I'm
But
pretty good at picking on people, I'll tell you.
yeah, me
Have
too.
a trait, I believe. So,
Yeah, I've kind of got that too. All right, guys, take care. I will see you Sunday. I have no idea what we're doing Sunday. It won't be this. I will find something because it's always a surprise to me too. Take care, everybody. Big hugs.
bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye, all.